Welcome to the match analysis of match number 41 of IPL 2025, MI versus SRH, happening at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, Upal. Okay, so I don't think the lineups for either team will change. I think both teams will continue with the lineup that they had in the previous game because they're both off a win. So let's just go directly into the conditions. So the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium is a high scoring pitch. The average first innings score is 206, the average second innings score is 219, and the average winning score is 232, which means this is a pitch where you just have to go all out throughout the game. There is no there's a license to hit throughout the game. There is no time for you to settle down or get used to the conditions. You have to keep hitting on this pitch. How do you get to a score that you realistically think the opponent can't hit, which is about 210 to 220? Let's break the game down into phases and then we can analyze who are the players that each team has and which team is more capable of getting a score that will win them the game, or which team has the bowling attack that can really defend a score like 210. So the first phase is the power play, overs 1 to 6. So here you want to be 66 for 2. This is really the phase where teams can start by setting up the tempo and going hard in the beginning, because you need to get a big score in this pitch. 242 being chased is no small deal here. So who does Sunrisers Hyderabad have in their top order that can help them do this? Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan and Travis Head. These three have proven that they can do it on this pitch. The previous game, all three of them did pretty well, which means that SRH are well equipped for this phase with the bat. They will be facing off against Jasprit Bumrah, Deepak Chahar and Trent Bolt. Jasprit Bumrah has come back to form. There's a little bit left to ask, but I think he's still capable of bowling very, very well. He's a quality player. Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar have been relatively expensive. In Hyderabad, you don't really get a lot of swing. Even in the first innings, there isn't a lot of help to seamers, which means that someone like Deepak Chahar will very much struggle. MI might want to bring in Ashwini Kumar or Satyanarayana Raju in place of Deepak Chahar this game, but I don't really see that happening because whatever swing, whatever conditions are there, Deepak Chahar has that ability to pick up wickets in the power play, and I think they'll value that. He's also an extra bat in hand player at 9 or 10, which will really come in handy if you lose wickets and you still need to hit runs, especially in the first innings. MI have Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickleton who will open the batting, and probably Will Jacks at 3. Maybe Tilak Verma plays ahead of Will Jacks. We've seen that happen before, but I think Will Jacks will bat at 3 because of his explosiveness. So, who will they face off against? Pat Cummins, Harshal Patel and Mohammad Shami. Maybe Ehsan Malinga bowls in the power play, I'm not too sure. Ahead of Harshal Patel, probably he will. But Mohammad Shami has not been in form. Pat Cummins has not been in form. Ehsan Malinga is still new. On the other hand, Mumbai have Rohit Sharma, who's off the back of a Man of the Match award performance against CSK. Ryan Rickleton, who did pretty well against CSK, but also put in a performance against SRH. He was able to take down a bowler like Mohammad Shami, which will really increase his confidence in a game where he has a lot more freedom in how he wants to hit, because there's not more support for a batsman compared to a bowler like Mohammad Shami, especially in Hyderabad. Pat Cummins, more needs to be done by Pat Cummins. He's not the Pat Cummins that we saw last year. He's still capable, he still has the quality, but which is this going to be the game where he really comes into form? SRH need him now more than ever. It's a do or die game for SRH. If they lose this match, they're knocked out of the IPL, and it's a game for MI to get back on track. They're a little bit behind other teams in terms of their points. They're not really there yet for the top 4 challenge. Winning this could really put them in the race about halfway through the season, which means their hopes for qualifying will be much higher. Especially given the fact that SRH is a team not really in form, MI will really want these 2 points today. So phase 2 and 3, it's the phase where you really need to keep the tempo up. You need to hit 75 to 76 runs in the 8 over span that you have. These are the middle overs. spin does not have help on this pitch. Unfortunately, spinners keep getting hit. But who are the spinners who can really change the tide of the game by picking up wickets? That's what we have to see. Karan Sharma might be bowled or Vignesh Puthur, one or the other. Maybe Mumbai go for an extra pace bowler because spin doesn't really have help. And Mitchell Santner is going to be very crucial in this game, let me tell you. He's a player who can bowl into the deck, bowl tight lines and contain the runs. Two slow overs in Hyderabad could mean that a 220 score becomes a 200 score. And that moves a winning score to a very, very low score in terms of Hyderabad. On the other hand, the spin bowling option has been very, very poor for SRH. Their three main spin bowling options have been Rahul Chahar, Adam Zampa, and Zishan Ansari. Zishan Ansari has done relatively well. He's their main spin bowler, but he's inexperienced. Coming up against someone like Tilak Verma or Surya Kumar Yadav, he's likely to struggle. Adam Zampa has not really done well in the chances that he's got, and they've not backed him enough. Adam Zampa is a quality player on a pitch like this. He's very much capable of racing through the middle order who are trying to play crazy shots. And so is Rahul Chahar. But Rahul Chahar has only been played for one game and Adam Zampa has been in and out of the squad. So he's not really been able to get into the mood of the match. They've continuously played Zishan Ansari. I would only hope that SRH play Adam Zampa again, because Zishan Ansari, given his inexperience, is a little bit of a concern, I would say, for SRH. The last phase, overs 15 to 20, you have to go all out. Here you need to be 68 for 2. Typically, I'm saying this, usually teams have only lost 1 wicket here, but I want to keep it 68 for 2. Why? Because heading towards the end, for both teams, we've seen a lot of wickets fall. SRH, Abhinav Manohar, Aniket Verma. Aniket Verma had a good start, to be very honest. We have to give him that. But the last couple of games have not been as great. Abhinav Manohar hasn't really done well. And they've brought in a replacement instead of him, and they need to give him time to settle into the team. And Heinrich Klaassen has not really been in form. The time that he's brought in, especially in the second phase, is too early for someone like him. He's a very good batsman who can really take down the spin bowlers and the pace bowlers. He can cause havoc through the middle overs, and his success is very crucial for SRH's success through the middle overs. But how does he carry the team into the death overs? This year has not been great. The average of 35 looks good on paper, but at a strike rate of 132, so a lot more is required from Heinrich Klaassen here, and it's a cause for concern for SRH. This is the phase where they really need a lot of firepower. Their firepower hasn't really clicked this year. MI, on the other hand, they have Namandir, Hardik Pandya, and usually Surya Kumar Yadav or Tilak Verma bats into this phase with a backup batsman of Mitchell Santner and Deepak Chahar. This looks very good on paper, especially because Namandir and Hardik Pandya have been in form. Hardik Pandya has been hitting really, really well. He's been timing the ball, so has Namandir. Namandir has gotten a little bit more of maturity, and a top quality middle order batsman playing in this phase means that MI have a lot of edge with the bat. Similarly with the ball, Jasprit Singh Bumrah, need I say more? Brilliant bowler, and especially on a pitch like Hyderabad, having him with the variations that he has, it's really going to change the tide of the game. Trent Bolt has been nailing his Yorkers. We saw in the game against DC, came in and nailed his Yorker. But who's going to be that third death bowler? I don't really know. It's probably going to be Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya has to work on his death bowling game, especially in a pitch like Hyderabad, where even if you bowl a decent ball, the margin of error is so low that you can still get hit for a 6. On the other hand, the death bowling of SRH looks pretty decent. They have Ihsan Malinga, Pat Cummins, and Harshal Patel. So having these three players means that your death bowling looks a little bit strong. Pat Cummins has the cutters that he bowls, the slower ones, the slower bouncers, and the main player is Harshal Patel for them. Let me be very honest. He's one of the highest wicket takers this season. The variations that he has, his ability to just nail the slower yorkers, bowl the low full tosses, the slower bouncers. It's amazing to watch. He's a genuine wicket taker, and he's going to be very useful, especially through that middle to death phase. I think Pat Cummins has the capacity to use him very very well and pick up wickets. So a crucial factor is going to be who bowls better in the death. Is it going to be Jasprit Bumrah or Harshal Patel? Two very different approaches to death bowling, I would say. But who's going to come out in this phase on top is really going to be determined by how well these two bowlers bowl. So overall, having looked at all this, I think I can say that I would give Mumbai an edge of 53-47. It's a pretty thick edge I'm giving because Mumbai are off the back of some very good wins, and SRH have just played too poor this year. I think sitting second last in the table, it says a lot about how they've been performing. So I think Mumbai have an edge of 53-47. So who are my fantasy picks today? From Mumbai Indians, I will pick Rohit Sharma, Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav, and Jasprit Singh Bumrah. From Hyderabad, I will pick Travis Head, Ishan Kishan, Harshal Patel, and Heinrich Klaasen. I think Heinrich Klaasen is going to come back to form this game. Mark my words, there's a good chance it happens. A quality player like Heinrich Klaasen, one of the best T20 players in the world in my opinion, he can't stay out of the game for this long. He's going to come back with the big innings today, I think. So my wildcard pick from Mumbai will probably be Ashwini Kumar. I think he's going to come in and pick up a couple of wickets today, or maybe Mitchell Santner. Ashwini Kumar or Mitchell Santner is probably my my wildcard pick, and then my wildcard pick from SRH is going to be Zishan Ansari. I think he's going to come in and pick up a couple of wickets today. Mumbai, he's a very underrated bowler. Mumbai might not rate him as highly, especially these international batsmen like Tilak Verma, Suryakumar Yadav. He's planned his fields very very well this year. He's worked well with Pat Cummins. So I think he'll pick up 2 wickets today. That was the analysis. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment about who you think is going to win today, who has the advantage. If you disagree with anything I said today, feel free to do that in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more.